If you smell what the truck is cooking.
A Devon Street exclusive.
Alrighty, I've prepped you for this question. Favourite WWE wrestler growing up? Or what? My first question should actually be, did you watch growing up or not?
Absolutely not.
Oh, I thought you were going to say yes. I was like, fuck yeah.
I think I watched like one episode when I was at like family friend's house.
One episode.
Is that not what it's called?
I think the only...
Yeah, it
One
could be
fight.
called
I
it.
saw one fight.
So do you know anything about it?
I know one of their names. It's John Cena, so I'm going to go with him.
Look,
being my
unfortunately, I
favourite.
have to back that as well, but
Yeah?
that just shouldn't
Okay.
count.
Okay, so I haven't had you guys are my first guests that haven't had like a favourite wrestler growing up.
That's so good.
So
The
So
wrestling
good.
comes in our family bedroom.
what would your entrance song be if you had? We won't even call it. You don't even have to be a WWE wrestler. You can be like you girls can be like UFC fighters or something. You guys are MMA fighters. What do you walk out to?
A song literally came to me instantly, and I feel like I need to play it as a demo because it gives more of the vibe.
Okay.
Thunderstruck,
Okay. Good.
AC/DC.
Yep. I like that a lot.
It is a vibe.
Oh, I used to listen to that in my dad's truck all the time. We'd just be like,
Really?
yeah, cruising in the truck, and like he'd have like 3 or 4 AC/DC albums. Thunderstruck
On
was the-
repeat.
Do you know
yeah,
what my memory
absolutely.
of that is as well? I was working this Jaguar event, and we were going up, not in a Jaguar, but a Land Rover, and the guy was like, yeah, I'm going to take you for a little spin. We're going up this 45-degree angle, and he just blasts Thunderstruck.
Oh wow,
Sweet. This is a vibe. It's like,
That's
what is
sick.
going on? We're going up this ramp like this high and then going back down.
that sounds fun.
So that one.
That's
yeah.
good track.
I think mine would be
What do you reckon?
Rock and Roll Part 2. There are no words in it. It's
Do I know it?
um,
Should I know it? I feel like I
Should I-
should know
should
it.
I play
Yeah,
it?
play it. Who's it by?
Gary Glitter. Do you have your phone?
Gary Glitter. Is
You'll
this
know
an
it
old?
once
Is this an
you-
old song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Have you seen The Joker?
Yeah, like the new one.
Yeah.
As in the Joker movie. Yeah.
It's going to be really embarrassing if I've said the wrong name. Oh, no. It's Rock and Roll Part 2.
Put it into your mic. Oh yeah, when he's walking down the stairs. Yeah.
Yes, and he's just like...
Track.
Yeah. And that's
That is
how
good.
I would enter as well.
That's slow-mo walking.
I like that.
Make it that way.
That's a good
So
movie.
that's the one.
Good. That is. I was like,
That is elite.
I saw that in cinema, and I was like, kind of like grim. Kind of made me a little
Yeah.
bit sad after watching it.
Oh, I felt kind of depressed when I walked out. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know how to feel now.
I felt left on just a really weird note. Being
Yeah,
like,
me
oh,
too.
Yeah.
That's a lot to...
But
digest.
actually, I can
It was
like.
amazing though.
Yeah, it was like it actually got you thinking about about stuff. It wasn't just like a. I was going to say like superhero movie. Obviously, he's not a superhero, but like he's affiliated with like Batman and stuff, so it's
Yeah.
kind of on the same path. But nah, very good movie. Anyways, we're getting like completely off track, but that's okay.
fun.
That's what we do here. Should we? I want to know before we start diving into all the salty sip stuff. I want to know more about you two because I want to be able to like give you some sort of a platform that I have to be able to like. I guess everyone that listens, they know more about YouTube. And then if they are looking at coming out on Wednesday mornings and stuff, they feel like they can just approach you and come up to you and say hello and give you a hug or whatever.
Totally.
Who
Love
wants
that.
to start?
Our arms are so open on those Wednesdays. We're like hugging everybody.
So I guess my first question would be like, where are you from? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Roxby Downs.
Ah,
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
nice.
very middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then came to Adelaide when I was...
I'm just checking something.
Yep. Oh, sorry. My job. Not doing a good job of it.
We're good.
Your job,
Hello.
We're good.
Yeah, grew up in Roxby Downs, moved to Adelaide when I was 13, I think,
Mm-hmm.
12 or 13. We were actually supposed to move to Port Lincoln, but then Mum got offered a job in Adelaide, so we stayed here, which was good.
Cool.
But yeah.
So did you go? So you, when you were 13, did you say? So you
Yeah,
started
it was 12 or 13.
started high school up here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
cool.
went to Emmanuel College,
Oh, sick.
and then...
Wait, how old are you?
25.
Do you know Luke Ryan?
Yeah.
He's one of my best mates.
Yeah, so we were best friends
Shout out to
actually.
Oh, no way.
I want to say this.
Keep, no, definitely say it.
I
He'll
was-
definitely be listening to this. Oh, no, this is brilliant.
So I was the biggest tomboy growing up, and I remember being the only girl at Luke Ryan's birthday party in grade 1, and I was literally one of the boys.
You were the only person.
I was the only person. I may have burped the alphabet. No, I burped happy birthday to him.
Wow. When you were how old?
I was in year 1, so like.
Did he appreciate it?
6 years old. Oh,
I'm trying to pitch like.
I'm sure he must have.
I've
He
only
must
known
have.
I've only known Luke since I was 18, so like I don't know. I obviously didn't know him went like growing up or anything, and I'm trying to picture like. Like a kid, Luke Ryan, and it's kind of weird to me. Like, was he the same as he is now, or has he changed a lot?
He's just a taller version.
Okay, yeah, so he's like pretty like quiet,
Yeah, he was-
reserved,
yeah,
but then you
yeah.
get to know him, and he's like,
Yeah.
he's definitely not.
Yeah.
By the way, keep talking. I'm just gonna like turn this music off, Evie.
Yeah. Hello. So, how about that right in?
And now what are you doing with yourself? So I've turned into the
You're
interviewer.
taking over.
So tell me
And
more.
so now I actually live in Adelaide.
I'm back. I just realised that music was playing. I'm like, I hope the microphones aren't actually picking that up. But anyway, so you went to school at Emmanuel with Luke Ryan.
Yep.
Cool.
So we literally went to school from like reception to year 12.
That's
pretty much.
unreal.
A couple of years in between where we didn't.
Yeah, because
But yeah.
he would have come up like year 9 or something.
Yeah, year 10 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So, yeah.
Very nice. And are you like at uni or anything now? Are you working or?
I work as a physio.
Oh, very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Have you been doing that? Did you do that like straight out of uni or?
Yeah. So this is my 4th year out, I think.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we need. You know what? I was going to say something. I won't even get into it because then I'll go off on a tangent.
Another
But
tangent.
anyway, okay, Lily.
Hello, I'm Adelaide born and bred.
Wow.
Been here my whole life.
What suburb? Same
Fitzroy.
same suburb.
Same suburb.
Same house. Oh,
Yeah.
unreal.
So
That's so good. And you went to. You were saying before. So I'm trying to think like.
I
What
went
school
to
did you?
Seymour.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So is that like a?
Walkie
that-
Primary up
Yeah.
until year 6 and then Seymour.
Oh,
After
okay.
then, which was great.
Yeah. Cool. And what about now? Are you at uni as well?
Now
Or
I finished my Bachelor of Psych and now I'm doing my honours in Psych.
Yeah.
Which is good too.
Yeah. Nice.
And then aim on doing Masters after this and
Yeah.
then hopefully have some goals to be clinically registered. So
Wicked.
see how we go there.
Are you the same age as me? Did you say?
Yeah, we're the same age.
Okay. So you did you
23.
did you start uni like straight out of school as well?
No, I took a gap year, which was really nice. We went travelling with 4 other girls and did Europe. Worked a little
Found
bit.
yourself.
Found myself. Found my soul.
Yeah,
Eat, pray,
nice. So,
love. Oh, yeah.
wait, so are you 23 or 24?
I'm 23.
Okay.
24 this
So
year.
you've finished your
Finished my Bachelor, doing my honours now
okay.
in psychology. And then,
So is this like your 4th year uni or?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to add that up. I went to uni like I finished end of last year, but like don't really like.
No,
Don't really, yeah. Oh,
Not for
like I
everyone.
finished it, but it was like, yeah. I got funner stuff to do, I reckon.
Yeah.
Oh my God, absolutely. Devon Street.
Yeah, well, we're not here to talk about that today. We're here to talk about you guys.
Fair call.
Anyway, I've talked about it too much in the first 5 episodes. Everyone's getting sick of it. Everyone's like,
right,
oh,
bored of Devon
fuck,
Street.
Heard,
Next."
heard it all before. Don't care. All right. Well, that's good. At least now everyone listening knows a little bit more about you. I reckon we should dive straight into it because I don't want to talk shit. Like pure shit for
Unintended.
too long, and I don't want to talk pure shit for too long, and then not hit everything we want to talk about with salty sips. Like I have so many questions to ask you girls in terms of like, yeah, I'll get to them. But I guess if you could give us all an overview of what it is first, just so, and then like we can start to sort of like I guess dig into it a bit more in terms of other questions I have. So like if you were to like elevator pitch, you were to sell it to someone, what would you say it is, do you think?
My sort of go-to with it to make it nice and short and sweet is that it's an all-inclusive, connection-driven initiative. So the idea is that everyone's welcome. It's an opportunity to meet someone new and just meet a new face and just to form really good connections.
Yeah, cool.
But then the other beautiful side of it is that we've like put a focus about mental health, and that we found going into these mornings, it's such a good way to feel good.
Yeah.
And by jumping in the water and connecting with other people, whether you know them or not, it's just a really nice way to explore that.
Yeah, awesome. And so it's 6:30 every Wednesday morning at Henley Square. Is that where you meet?
That is correct.
Yeah, cool. And obviously, so you're jumping in the water, and then obviously the idea is to get coffee afterwards. But I noticed, obviously, like I don't know whether it's just been the last sort of few weeks or whether you've started it from the beginning, like how you've been getting different like guests out each week. Who have you had out so far? Like I looked at I saw the one and like was personally really interested in the one. I can't remember his name, but like he focuses, or his job is like breath work and everything.
Luke.
Yeah.
Could have been Kim.
Could have been Luke McLean or Kim Bells.
Okay,
Luke
cool.
McLean was the one where it was like everyone sitting down.
Yeah. That's the one I saw. Yeah.
No,
Like-
that was amazing.
Yeah.
How
So
many
have
people
you
were there?
have you had?
That was the one we had over 450, I think.
Wow. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Powerful.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like
Yeah.
going
That
back
is-
over the videos and
Do you-
photos, everyone's just like closing their eyes, whether they've
Yeah.
meditated or not.
Yeah.
Just, like,
They really
cool
just took
to-
it on.
That
yeah,
is
take
like
that opportunity.
that's dude, that's a lot of people. Like
It's ridiculous.
it's like because it like actually seeing it like like seeing them in real life. Like the example I use. Oh no, I'm about to start talking about Devon Street again. Anyway,
Here we go.
no. So what I was going to say is like,
say it, don't
for
say it, don't
example,
say it.
I'll use this podcast for example. So, like, okay. So for example, say this episode gets 100 listens or like 150 listens and watches between like if they listen to it just like on an audio platform or if they watch the full episode on YouTube, like 100 people to just to be listening to you or taking part in what you're doing. That is so many people. Like if you like that is fucking absurd. Like if you like I always picture myself like being up on a stage and like looking out at a sea of 100 people and they're listening to you or like taking part in what you're doing. Like that is a lot. That is 100 people is so many people.
I get cold sweats just like
Yeah. So
Every
and that's a
time.
whole other thing, just
Yeah.
like jumping outside of your comfort zone. That's something
Yeah.
that we
huge component.
I think every single week we're jumping out of our comfort zone in
Yeah.
some kind of way. And that's what
And
we're
everyone
saying.
else's as well.
Yeah, that's what we say to the community, that it's also an opportunity where you can jump outside of your comfort zone in whatever way that looks. Like jumping, like waking up early if you're not a morning riser, or
Yeah.
jumping in the freezing cold water if you like water or not. And meeting someone new, like on a social level.
Yeah. That's like, I mean, I've been doing this podcast for all the 4 or 5 weeks, but like
So cool.
everything that like I say as well, and like 50% of the reason of like why I'm doing this is like because like it does actually make me feel a little bit uncomfortable. And then it's like after every episode that I do, it's like fuck, like I've literally just met people that I've known for like 60 minutes and I feel like they're my friends already. Do you know what I mean?
So
like
epic,
and it's the same. I guess it's the same like concept as what you guys are doing as well. Like, but it's just on a very large scale right now. You meet like, how do you 450 people? Does everyone come up to you? Or do they, like,
It's
how
just
does
a
it?
line.
Yeah.
Right, next.
Line
You're
up.
just signing autographs like this. You just get your pen out.
We've
like,
met some pretty epic humans that
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
wouldn't have had a chance to meet otherwise. And
Yeah.
like back to that other question before, we also had your mate Jack Shepherd on
Yeah.
to like speak
Yeah.
to the group.
I
in
saw
his
that.
early
First
days.
guest speaker.
how did he go?
He was our first.
It's amazing.
he would have
Yeah,
been.
it's
He's like
awesome.
he's the best speaker. Like every word that comes out of his mouth, I'm just like hanging on to it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, he's just a very
It's the
good
same
speaker.
thing though, like he's jumping out of his comfort zone to even speak to a group of people.
Mm.
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about because
Yeah.
mental health is so important and he's passionate about it. So
Yeah.
he can convey it in that way. But the same thing, we haven't known each other for long at all. And just through social
Wait, you
sips.
two?
No, I
Oh.
mean, yes, we've only known each other for like 6 months.
Oh, really? Okay, that's another good question. Sorry, continue.
But
Keep talking.
no, with like Jack and Keets and I, we haven't known him for very long, and I literally feel like he's my best friend.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've known him my whole life.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Fuck, this is a good. So last episode, yeah, I'm just like, Mom, I was pretty sure I have ADHD. Like, I'm fucking going all over the joint.
So many fun opportunities.
Have you that red box?
I'm just checking on this.
Pick that red box up. Yeah. Have you seen that game?
Yeah. Oh, I'm about to sit my drink.
I tried to open
Wait,
it
you have
before
seen
and
the
it
game?
wouldn't open.
I have, yeah.
Oh, you have. Yeah.
I haven't. I
So-
want to see it.
Are we
What was
picking
it?
one?
I'm just trying to think. I'm so excited right now. What the fuck? So like the last thing that you said about like being connected and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you seen that game? Keats, have you seen that game?
No, I
Never
haven't seen
played
this.
So
No.
so last episode, I had a guy on. His name's Aston. He's the lead singer. Are you guys aware of the band Towns?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Aston, he's like the lead singer. I had him on last episode. I'd never met him. Literally, literally never met him. And I had him on, and I was like, "Fuck it." So, long story short, because everyone would have heard the story last week, but that game I'd never heard of it. And my friend Emma just like she told me about it, and we were talking about it, and then she had like a rant. She just decided to. Random act of kindness. She just like sent me the game, just like out of nowhere. And I was like, it rocked up, and I was like, what the fuck? What's this? Like a parcel from Emma. I was like, what the fuck? What is this going to be? And then opened it, and it was that. And I was just like, wow, this is so good. And
Are we picking a card?
Well, you can't. Like, I wasn't planning on, but we can pick a card. So, like, have you played it before?
No, I've never, but
So-
my friends have it.
Yeah. So the concept of the game is like stage 1 or level 1. The level 1 cards are all to do with like perception. So, like, you're meant to play it, or you're not meant to, but, like, I think the best way to play it is, like, with people you don't know. And then, or if you do play it with people you do know to form, like, deeper connections, you sort of have to, like, or imagine yourself, like, not ever knowing them, which can be, like, quite hard. So, I mean, we don't know each other. So, if you, like, pick a card from level 1. So, yeah, that one there.
One? Oh, that final card?
Oh, no, we don't want that one.
No?
No.
That's untrue.
Ah,
Shit.
Yeah, that's it.
Bad boys.
Okay.
I hope this isn't like an easy enough question to answer. There's plenty of cards there, though.
Am I allowed
This is
to
the
read
first
it? Thing that came to
I'm hitting
mind.
myself in the face with my mic.
Wait, am I asking you this?
How does it work?
Well, you can ask me, and then I can ask it back.
What do you think? Oh, sorry, this is you're answering it for me.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think my go-to karaoke song is?
Thunderstruck. AC/DC. Was it
I
right?
would love to see that.
I knew it.
We need to end up at listening at 3 a.m. one night, and I need to see that.
Get the electric guitar out.
The air guitar, actually.
Air guitar, sorry.
There's
Look,
There's
nailed
much more deeper questions than that. That's
This is
that's a shit
really
one.
deep. I don't know if I actually want to ask
Choose.
it.
So and then like anyway. So level 2.
cool.
Level 2. So like level 1 is perception. Level 2 is. You're gonna have to help me.
Okay.
It should say it
I'll
on
give
there.
you a hint.
No, wait, it's reading this.
Oh,
actually,
wait.
that's true. It was on the other side.
Does it say on the other side? On the back side of the car.
Connection.
Connection, yeah. So after you've answered maybe like, I don't know, 5 or 10 questions from level 1, you then move to level 2 and the questions become about what was it? I've forgotten already. Perception, yeah. And then obviously
Connection.
after you do that, level 3 is to do with reflection. So like the questions are reflecting on the stuff you've asked. And then you like the final card always stays the same. And it's what is it? That first one you picked up? That first one?
Oh, the final card.
Yeah. What does that final card say?
Each player write a message to the other, fold and exchange, open only once you two have
Yeah.
parted.
Yeah. So after you play the game, you write a note for each other, give it to each other, and then leave, and then you can open it after they leave. So I played that with Aston last episode. It was like I genuinely feel like he's a very good mate now, and I'm like, whoa, that is so good. Yeah, like
And
it's
you met that day.
yeah, like
That's so
yeah.
cool.
And I know he sat here for like 60 minutes, and we talked and played the game, and we played it for like 35 minutes, but the time just like went like that. But yeah, the reason I was considering playing it, but like I feel like we've got a lot like more to talk about to do with Salty Sips. But that game itself, I feel like that in terms of everything that Salty Sips is, in terms of like connection and everything like that, meeting new people, getting out of your comfort zone, like that game is like the epitome of it. I think.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
Maybe we need to bring it to Salty Sips.
I think so.
that's what I'm thinking. Like 450 people just playing that game.
Could you
Who
imagine?
wants to answer this one?
So
On the count of 3, everyone call out your favourite cereal.
oh my god,
That is a hot topic.
mine's oats too.
Wait, did you say oats?
I said oats
Mine is oats.
Mine's definitely oats.
Oh,
It's like the only cereal that I eat.
for winter.
We just made
Unreal,
a
eh?
connection right there.
Unreal.
With some banana and
Strawberry.
strawberry on
and
the
Strawberry is good in
and
oats.
peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely peanut
Has
butter.
to be.
I'm a banana, honey, and peanut butter.
I go through.
That is good.
Yum.
If I was to average it out, I go through a jar and a half of peanut butter myself a week.
Is it Mavis?
Yeah. The
You know
dark.
what I do? I have
God.
the House of Health in the markets.
yeah.
I get their 1 kilo jar, which is literally this big, and it's I don't know.
How much do you pay for it?
It's $20, so it's very
Fuck,
well
that's-
priced.
Yeah, that is
extremely well
Is it,
priced.
so it's like the natural peanut butter though.
Yeah.
How does that go?
They ground it.
How does that go when you get to like sort of the bottom of the jar?
It's very sad.
Yeah,
It's like, well, I'm going to go and get another one
devastating.
then.
No.
Even like,
You
'cause
mean
know when
reaching in?
No, when you get
You
when
get
you
your whole hand covered in peanut butter as you're trying
well,
to scrape
that,
them
but
off.
also I swear, you know how like you have to like stir it.
Yeah.
Does
The
it go
oil
a
and
bit? Does it go a bit? Because you sort of lose
really
all the
dry.
oil. Yeah, it goes really
That's true. It
dry.
does get a bit dry when you get to the bottom.
Disappointing.
Jumping up with a bit of olive oil.
I don't know if it's like a good thing that
Peanut oil, it's
I'm
fine.
saving money by getting a kilo at a time, or if it's bad that I have access to a kilo at a time.
Yeah.
It's like
for
the
me, it
kilo
would be
tubs
bad.
of hummus.
Oh,
Do you?
Bad.
I don't really.
Did it once and I was like, I can't
Dangerous.
do that again. I went through
I like.
a kilo of
I
hummus in a
don't.
in a
I'm
week.
gonna be honest. I don't really understand all the hype around hummus.
wow.
Yeah.
I won't judge you right now. But
Don't.
It's pretty yummy though.
Oh, it kind of just tastes like really bland to me. Don't you
I'm
think?
going to make you some. I
like,
make homemade hummus.
like I do like it, but
You'll
it's
get a special delivery from Lily. Oh, what?
No, actually, tzatziki. Tzatziki is better. And
The
do
big
you make this?
tzatziki.
Yeah, the big tzatziki is fucked up good. It's so good.
it is.
I
Yeah.
cannot describe it. Yeah.
What do you have with it? Like
Anything.
Dip your
zucchini,
cracker or carrot or
carrot. Yeah, that's
whatever
good.
your heart desires.
Wow, we clearly all like food. So this
Yeah.
is
Fuck. I haven't had breakfast today. It's probably yeah. You guys were just eating a brownie,
Wow,
right?
banana bread.
You got eating a brownie?
banana bread.
Oh, banana bread. Anyway, the
Toasted.
question I was going to ask you before. So you guys have only known each other for 6 months. Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
actually, Jess and I figured it out last night. We met in October.
October.
Yeah,
Wow, I don't know why. I thought it was
I
December.
thought it was December as
How
well,
weird
but
is
it was
that?
October.
There you go.
So-
we met at a pub.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably like a good question to ask. So like, we know what Salty Sips is. We know when it is. We know what it's about. Like, how? That's yeah. My question probably is, how did it form? Was it just like a passing question, or like how did it? Is it because it's just you two that have started it? Like, give us the long story.
So Lily approached me at the pub and goes, "You're Keets. You like to swim in the ocean." I was like, I do. She's like,
Wait,
I like to
You're
swim in the ocean.
You're lying.
No,
That is not a lie.
it's literally the opening thing
That
she
night,
said to me.
I
So
literally
how-
called Keats my spirit animal.
How do
she
you
goes,
know?
"You're
I
a
was like,
spirit animal."
you love
How do
the
you know that
ocean.
she liked to swim in the ocean?
Oh yeah, sorry. Go on, let's go back
again.
Take it back another step. So I'm really good friends with Jess Biggs,
Okay.
My sister.
Lily's
Oh,
sister.
right,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and Jess, clearly, topic of conversation in the Biggs family, and had been spoken about to Lily. And then, Lily was like, "You like to swim?" I was like, "I do. And I like to swim. But I'm a spirit animal."
Oh, okay. So
And then,
you knew she liked to swim through your sister.
yes.
Yeah.
Is that- okay.
Yeah.
And I loved the ocean too. So I thought,
Right.
oh my God, we can make this work. We can go swimming together.
Literally the next week we went for a swim.
Yeah.
That
So
was
We
it?
actually followed through. Like the
Okay.
next day. I
Was
think-
that
I
like
can't
in?
remember who
Was that
met
like
who
in the
were.
morning as well? Was that like was it the
Yeah,
same?
this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, we went for a walk and a swim. Yeah.
Okay.
And then did that a few times. And then Lily was like, "Hey, I have an idea."
well,
Well, you take it from here.
okay. So I had come across this group in Perth. They're called Cold Nips.
I've
And
seen that before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're epic.
Yeah.
And they had like 400 people showing up at the beach at sunrise. They were all going for a dip. It was all based around connection. And then they all jumped out of the water and got coffee after to continue those conversations and everything. And so Keats and I were walking and dipping in the ocean at the time. And I said, so there's this thing in Perth. I think it's really epic. Adelaide doesn't have something like this. Would you want to get it started with me? And she instantly, she was like, yes,
Fuck
that
yeah.
sounds amazing. I can't wait. And so quite literally the week after, we grouped together 4 other people. So there were 6 of us jumping in the ocean one morning on a Wednesday. There was a coffee cart there. So
Did this start like in summer? Was this like
No, it started
No?
in mid-Feb. Oh, yeah, that is summer. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm good with my seasons.
Seasons
It wasn't
don't
with the peak of summer.
seasons don't count it. Actually, you know what?
Tail end.
February is the peak of summer these days.
That's
These
so
days.
fair, actually.
Yeah, even March. It's fucking hot. Anyway.
But it was
Global
still cold
warming,
for
hey?
some reason. Maybe that's why.
Maybe it was because it was 6 o'clock in the morning.
What are those
Maybe.
weirdos doing? Anyway, so yeah, the 6 of us, we all jumped in the water and then there happened to be a coffee cart there. So we grabbed coffee from this coffee cart and then we said, sweet, like we'll see you same time next week. Everyone bring one person. Let's just make this something where whoever wants to come is completely welcome.
Yeah.
So Keets and I would post on our social media and then the other people posted on their social media just like naturally. It wasn't like a said thing to post, but it's just what we did.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next week, everyone literally brought one person.
Did it have a name?
Nah.
It
No.
didn't? Okay.
We sort of just said come for a dip and a sip and that
Yeah.
was sort of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so week after week we kept showing up and so did more people and it was jumping by probably like 10 and then it was jumping by 20 and then
Just
it was
doubling
jumping
on
by
it, like-
40 and
Oh,
then it
wow.
was jumping
That's so
by
good.
70 people and then it was like 100 and
And it was like, I actually cannot count how many heads are in that group photo. I don't know how many people are here. That's how we were counting.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get home and be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I got to a point where I don't know if I've counted that person 3 times or not at all. So
Yeah.
I started crossing their faces off as I was going. And now it's like, nah,
yeah, group photos were how we counted it.
I'm not going to count.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's unreal. That's like, and I don't know where I'm even actually going with this, to be honest. But like everything we do about a Devon Street alert, by the way, everything we do with like Devon Street, and this probably hasn't been for like the last maybe year and a half or so. Like obviously, so when we started doing what we do, like it started off as like, okay, we know like we really like clothes, we really like events, obviously, and we want to like it always started off as, you know, the events were intertwined because we want all our mates to be involved in what we do. Like not just like make clothes, how we looking? We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Sweet.
We're good.
Yeah, not just make clothes and that's it. Like any sort of like I guess I'm very like business minded. So like every idea or concept that I see, I'm like, how can that become a business?
Must
So
be
like
nice to have a mindset like that.
I was about to say can't relate.
so like I've got a lot of questions for you in that regard. But like the way I sort of look at like we try and I guess promote and like display Devon Street now is like through building a community, and like that book there sitting right there is that's by a guy called Bobby Hundreds. Hundreds isn't his real last name, but so it's like an LA streetwear brand where it's called the Hundreds. So he's known as Bobby Hundreds, and he's like started with one of his best mates like 25 years ago. Anyway, that whole book is to do with like building community and everything, like in streetwear or in fashion per se. But that's why I guess I'm fascinated by what you're doing, because like you're starting off with building the community, and then through that you like, I have so many like ideas for you guys, eh?
Oh,
Like,
Get us up.
like I'm
Throw
literally
them
like,
at us.
like honestly, like, and it's not all about like it's not all about like your social media following or anything like that, but so much of what you guys have done already, excuse me, would be like word of mouth. And that's like, if you're just starting off, say, a business through word of mouth, and it's growing rapidly like that, and you're seeing like an increase in people coming to your days and to your Wednesday mornings and everything, like you haven't even paid for any advertising or anything. You literally don't need to. And like advertising and marketing and stuff, I use I guess clothing and events, like, because that's what I know, I guess, most about. But that's like 3/4 of what the cost will be to actually run something. But like, if you know that you've got a community that like fucking love what you do, and like they're genuinely like immersed in it, like they're waking up at 6 a.m. to come fucking swim in the freezing cold water
crazy.
in winter.
What
like,
are you doing?
That is
Literally, I question everyone when they come, like, why
Yeah.
are you doing this?
I was
Like-
on a walk this morning by the beach and I saw someone in the water and I literally thought, oh my God, you look freezing. What are
Yeah.
you doing?
Yeah.
And I
Like
thought,
crazy.
hold on a
Oh,
second.
yeah,
Wait,
like
that's
you
us.
literally,
Something doesn't add up.
you literally can't get any more committed than that. Like that is and like, once again, this is obviously everything you're doing is about like human connection, and that's like we've spoken about that, and it's fucking great. But like, if I was to look at them, I don't even want to say what I'm about to say.
Say
But
it.
like,
You're saying
but
it
like,
anyway.
if we're just being real and talking business, like if you look, they're obviously all your friends, and you're building connections with them, which is great. We've been over that, but like literally, they're going to be so loyal to you moving into the future if you like, you know, if you build a little product of your own that's for them, they're going to like want the product straight away. Do you know what I mean? Like you could make a pair of budgie smugglers, and I reckon half the boys there or the girls would buy them.
Can confirmed we've contacted budgie smugglers.
Have you actually?
Yeah.
Amazing. Like that was.
What is
do you
it,
wanna-
smuglets or something?
Something like that. The girls.
Yeah.
Sounds
Like I don't even
bad
know. I don't even know
for
if you care about anything that I just said in terms of like what you've got now. You could like actually channel into something like really like beneficial, still for the customers and the people that are involved in the community, but like for yourself as well.
I think the beautiful thing about it though was that this whole Wednesday morning thing, there's no strings attached, and it's not like there's a fee to rock up on a morning or anything like
Yeah.
that. Like whoever's coming out is coming out for themselves and to better themselves.
Yeah.
And that's what we love. And it's actually so funny that you say that, because like in the progress of this all happening, there's been so many people being like, you should like create beanies and you should
Yeah.
create like a hoodie, and like saying, well, like you should get keep cups, which we were looking into at one point, but
Yeah.
that sort of fell through a little bit because we thought that's a good way to avoid using takeaway cups.
Yeah.
And then, ideas kind of bloomed between us.
Yeah.
And we have some merch on the way.
That's sick. Very good. What are you doing?
Very
Like
exciting.
Hoodies.
winter stuff?
Fleece hoodies.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's
Terry
so good.
crewnecks.
Very nice.
Some beanies.
That's so good. And you can like, my mind. It's going so many different directions. But like, I almost wasn't going to ask you or sort of talk to you about like I guess like monetizing it or anything like that. But I think it's like, you shouldn't be like afraid to fucking do that or talk about it, because like what you've done, it's not like everything that you've done and everything that you continue to do will like stop serving its purpose just because like you're making a beanie or making a hoodie for someone. Like it's still, you're still like benefiting like the people that are attending and everything. So, yeah, that's great.
It is nice to hear that, because we've had a conversation about this.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, were you guys like, do you feel like did you ask each other, are we taking advantage of all these people, sort of thing?
Not in that way,
yeah.
but it was sort of like a guilt of, like, is it a bad thing to be making, like, to want to make money off of this?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
even to make money off of it. Like, I think for me, for both of us, it's taken a lot more of our time than we ever anticipated. We really fell into this.
Yeah.
We were so
Very
naive and oblivious to what was about to unfold. And now, like, we both put a lot of time into it.
Yeah.
And so it would be nice to, like, because I work full time and Lily's working and studying. It's like, I'm almost at the point where I feel like I need to cut back my working hours, which I'm like, well, feasibly, that's not really.
Not possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's that sort of taken a bit of the guilt away, because I'm like, well, if we're going to make a little bit of money off of the merch, then it kind of covers our time that we're putting into it.
Yeah.
And we're still.
I mean, also, not even that alone.
Okay.
Oh, well, you don't have to mention the name necessarily, but we can go into that.
What were you going to say?
I'm so intrigued.
Something else with, like, every week that we're doing this, we're exploring something new that we wouldn't have necessarily confronted otherwise.
Yeah.
So it's been introducing us to pretty epic opportunities. And, like, for this, for example, like being in a
Exhibit A.
podcast, that
Yeah.
is just
Is this
very...
your first podcast?
Yes.
This is our first
Cool.
podcast.
You're very natural. You're doing well. Well done.
No, but, like, even this is just, like, such an awesome opportunity.
Yeah.
So...
Have you had like, have there been people, you know what, you don't have to obviously name anyone, but like, or any business or anything, but I feel like there would be a lot of people that would would have reached out to you and been like, how can we get involved and stuff?
Oh my God, you wouldn't even imagine.
Yeah. Like I definitely can. Like the growth that you've had in such a short amount of time is honestly like so impressive, eh? Like it's so impressive.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why I asked the question of like, it would not surprise me that you'd have 50 messages a day just from like people reaching out, and like wanting to get involved and stuff, because like it's such a good opportunity for like, I guess, people or businesses to get involved. But like at the same time, I guess like obviously like we've never been on the scale that you guys are on right now, but like if you are gonna, I'm about to give you some advice you didn't even ask for, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes.
but like,
Can I just put my phone on record?
if like I guess it's like a collaborative thing. Like if businesses or brands or whatever are going to come to you, like, although it might seem really like interesting at the time, if you haven't actually met them and haven't like understood, or like you're not on the same wavelength as them or anything, like it's going to make the collaboration or like the idea that they bring to you kind of like it's just for them sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like we've done collaborations in the past where we've sort of like just we've seen what they do, we like what they do, then we've reached out and then like we've started doing stuff, and then when we actually meet the people, it's like, fuck, not naming any names here, but like it's like we don't really like you.
Yeah.
Like it's literally straight up.
Actually, so interesting.
Yeah.
you
So
say
like
that.
the reason, I guess like what I'm trying to say is like I wouldn't let people or brands or businesses and stuff like try and take advantage of you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause they
I'm
definitely will.
Oblivious to it. Like, yeah, it's something that we've spoken a little bit about. Anytime someone gets excited and wants to get on board, I'm like,
You're like,
I feel so flattered. I'm
Yeah.
like, yay,
Yeah,
these people
let's
are so
do it.
nice because they want to get involved. And it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so oblivious to it, but I
Yeah.
think we're starting to, we're forced to become a little bit more aware, I guess.
Definitely.
Yeah. And like
Yeah.
along the way, we've also identified some values that we hold for Salty Sips.
Yeah.
And it's like fun, mental health, and connection.
Mm-hmm.
And the point, like connection, they're all equally as important. But with the whole, when people reach out, we want to be that good person in return to actually make the time to respond and be grateful for their message in the first place. But then also to like explore the opportunities that we could share together. And like this is the other thing with some guests that we've had, whether it be like just speaking to the community or providing meditation, whatever it is, or we've introduced a pre-dip yoga as well, which
Yeah,
is
cool.
6 to 6:30 and then the dips at 6:30.
Yeah.
It's such a cool opportunity for them to offer whatever their service is for our community, but then also in turn show our community what they do. And
Yeah.
it's sort of just like, it's nice.
Well,
that
everyone's like positively like benefiting off
Yeah,
one another.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
with what they're
No
bringing.
one's losing
Yeah,
out.
like what they're bringing to you, it's really good for you and your community, and then you're giving them the opportunity to like do what they love as well. So like,
Yeah.
I guess that definitely sums up what I was trying to say a lot better before about like whoever like you're collaborating with on anything you do, like it has to like make sense for both of you, obviously.
Yeah.
And I guess like, everyone's intentions have to be positive, I guess. But yeah, that's my business lecture for the week. I hope you enjoyed
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
What else do I have here? I've sort of been wing.
We've also found that like we're now speaking with lawyers and accountants
Yeah.
because there's like council and
Yeah.
insurance necessities
You
that
become
we
like
weren't.
become
only
like
become
liable for
apparent.
stuff. Yeah.
In the last week.
We're
So,
literally
like-
we're learning on the go. And
Are they? So what? I mean, kind of like a little bit of a boring side of stuff, but it is somewhat interesting in terms of, is that just because there's so many people all in the one spot and shit, and then like, because I noticed as well because you had like
organising it.
you were going to, was it Joe's?
Yeah.
And then now you've like extended
Had
it
to
to
open it up.
to
Yeah.
like, because I was thinking, I was like, fuck, 400 people lined up at Joe's. That's like no one's going to get a coffee.
But
It was
like,
Oh,
they
sorry, not
did-
everyone's going to get a coffee.
They did an amazing job of like the turnaround between ordering a coffee and receiving it was like 4 minutes or something. Like it was
Yeah,
so
right.
quick.
Yeah.
Smashed it.
But the line, like you literally just can't do anything to cut it back.
Yeah.
Like, they were working so hard. So yeah, it got to a point people were leaving because like I can't actually hang around and wait for an hour.
Yeah.
I have to go to work. And it was perfect timing. We had Sea Salt and Acacia. They contacted us. They reached out to us
Yep.
that week and were like, we want to get involved. Would love to chat. And so literally we just like, oh, okay, like, are you guys around and free now? Like after a Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
And we just went over and had a chat and again, like made sure our values aligned, I guess. And then, yeah,
That's so
we're
cool.
happy to, like we're super excited for you guys to sort of look after us and make our coffees and
That's awesome.
know,
Well,
give
and
us
it's
some
the same thing.
brekkie.
Like you're only bringing Like that is so beneficial to them. Like think about if you weren't doing what you were doing on Wednesday mornings, they wouldn't have. I'd go as far as saying they wouldn't have. I know my stand. They wouldn't have. Fuck, we're going down here, guys. All right, I'm just gonna have to hold it now. Anyway,
You have to be like us.
yeah. I know. I'm like a commoner now.
A common mic holder.
That actually makes me think of charity.
Yeah, what I was gonna say was like Wednesday mornings, you're bringing, on average, how many would you say if it was to be an average? Maybe like, would it be 400 or?
I'd say like a 300 average.
350.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About
Like
that. It gets
think of all those people that are buying like, because I know do you do like you can do like they do coffee or like brekkie deals or whatever. So like
coffee and a
$5 to $10.
bun. Yeah.
Like that's fucking amazing business for those. That
pretty epic.
Yeah, like that's so good for those businesses. It's amazing. Like I don't know whether you guys. I feel like you are aware, but like what this small little thing that you've created is actually like how many people and businesses is actually positively like affecting.
Thank you for even acknowledging that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's like to hear that from someone, every time someone says that to us, it's really reassuring because whilst we know how epic this has been for so many people, it's also so rewarding to hear it from someone else. And
Absolutely.
like we never get tired of hearing it. It's
Yeah.
like, thank you.
Yeah.
A lot of work actually goes in behind the scenes.
Yeah,
And that's
and-
the thing, especially because like the work that goes in, like, and especially when it gets stressful, like I think the last week's probably been the most stressful in terms of like the legal side of things and insurance. So it's so nice to have that reminder and like have someone like yourself be like, oh, this is actually a really positive thing.
Yeah.
And it reminds us like
Why you do it?
we're doing it in
Yeah,
the
for
first
sure.
place. And it's,
Absolutely.
yeah, it's a
Have
great
you?
feeling.
I've got another. This is just like my business mind going off. Have you guys ever considered doing a podcast?
No.
You haven't.
It makes me think of you.
So you haven't.
Lily, take the stage.
Wait, so what's the answer to that?
So was that a yes or a
So
no?
that is a no.
I
No,
honest-
this is another thing. You
yeah.
can cover this one, Kate.
Yeah. Public
No.
speaking is not my forte. I actually feel kind of comfortable doing this because
You've been
I'm
so
not
good.
talking in
You've been
front of
yeah.
anyone now.
Well, because you're literally to the camera. You've literally like I had that written down already because I wanted to ask you anyway. But like, you're able to like with the community you already have, you could literally. I mean, you're both obviously really busy, but like, it'd surprise you how much. Well, it probably wouldn't surprise you, but like, it'd probably be really interesting to you guys to actually see how many people are interested in knowing or hearing you guys talk about like behind the scenes stuff and like I guess through like producing content, whether it be like long form like this or whatever, you're able to like I guess like what am I trying to say? Like you're able to the community you already have, you're able to actually like I guess provide them even more, and through that like you're able to like I guess like you know you have like if you did like a 30-minute podcast once every week, like you're providing everyone with like further connection like to you guys, and like you're able to like I guess like advertise or inform people of like what you're doing the next week and everything like that. And like if you do have like
Stories or something.
yeah your story like and like it's the same with you got like because we're in that group together. You guys know like
Yes.
Sam,
I'm
like
so
Sam,
excited. I was
like,
talking about this morning. I'm
Yeah.
so mysterious.
so
I'm
like
confused.
like Sam Willow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never met him, but he reached out to me,
Wow.
and he's like got his own podcast, like Chip Chat. Shout out, go listen to it. He, what am I? Oh, fuck, I've lost my train of thought. What was I going to say? I don't know.
Sam.
Connecting.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, what I was going to say was like through that, like through Sam having his own podcast and stuff, he has like a specific angle for that podcast. So like he gets people on to tell their stories, like to get, you know, just about their life, but then also like about their mental health and everything. So like that's his angle for his podcast. So like if you guys were to have an angle for your like say your podcast that you did, which was like 30 minutes a week, and you had like a guest on, or it doesn't necessarily have to be like a guest. It can just be like start off as being people you know, so then you can like play that fucking We're Not Really Strangers game and like build further connections. So like, do you know what I mean? Like,
So cool.
you're actually tying it in with
Yeah.
like what Salty Sips is about and your values. Like you're actually like demonstrating it through actually doing it
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
that's
like another
awesome.
way. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah,
That's just
yeah,
like
that's cool.
a thought I had.
Thanks.
Wow. Actually,
And
I
then-
actually really like that.
Yeah, and you could
I've
like,
had a few little like,
and you could like, yeah.
around.
I just see so many opportunities, like with what you've got, because the community is so strong. Like you could build on it again. Like you could continue to build on the idea just through like producing more
Gave me
content and
another
stuff.
idea as well.
What
On
is it?
that, so we're associated with a certain charity at the moment, which we aren't able to share just yet because things are still being finalised.
Yeah.
And we haven't put it on the page for that exact reason. But what it is essentially is that they get, it's all mental health. It's a mental health charity.
Yeah.
And they get people to share their own story of mental ill health and how they've overcome it.
Yeah.
As a way of like slashing the stigma and just like moving forward and showing people that it like you can get to the other side. So
Yeah,
that's
that's-
like a
that's-
really cool opportunity to
yeah.
get
Well,
on board with them and do
So
something.
I want to
like
say
that.
Yeah,
the
for
name
sure.
of their program. I can't.
No, that's too obvious. Because the program name is cool.
Yeah, but it's like that side of things. That program, like, could facilitate
Maybe watch this
that. Watch
space.
this space.
I like the sounds of it.
The girl that
But
once
yeah.
hated public speaking is now
On the
can't get
mic.
away
The girl
from
that
the
might
microphone.
only do the whistle to like gather everyone in. It's literally what happens every Wednesday. I'm getting better now, but
You are. She's
Do you
good.
whistle,
literally be like,
whistle
okay, it's
everyone
time
up?
to gather everyone in, and I would just like do my big wolf whistle.
That's because you're from Roxby. You can do that because you're from Roxby.
exactly right. Exactly right. If there's anything I've learnt. But yeah, it would be like I would whistle and then everyone would start to gather in. I go, okay, Lily. And there
They're
was
coming.
They're coming. There was this one time and we were like walking up to stand on top of the seat or whatever so that people could see where the whistle was coming from. And I've gone up to the top and whistled and then I've turned around and someone had stopped Lily and I've gone, fuck.
Stop to say hi.
Lily, I'm like, stop talking. Get up here. It's your time to talk.
I am not ready.
Wow. What about now? Can you do it now? Oh, yeah. You might be able to do it. You might be able to do it after this.
The whistle.
Better.
No. Like talk. Like be the one. Like you do the whistle and then also continue
Yeah.
to talk.
Totally. Let's do that. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah. Maybe.
Challenge
Sick.
yourself extra.
Yes. Pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zones. But I have
I like
done
the
a
sounds
little
of
bit
that.
better.
Yeah, cool.
A little bit better.
Little
You
bit.
have improved majorly.
Well, imagine when you start
Seriously,
your
it's
podcast, so you're going to be just naturally on the mic with your mic stand,
Yo.
playing
Yeah,
around with it and
guys.
stuff.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, I'll just have my legs propped up. Like, what's up? So here we've got Lily speaking.
But I was thinking like, yeah, fuck. I'm gonna have to stop now because I've got so many ideas and stuff. But we can't. Well, we're in that group together. Nothing's really like
Come of it just
formed yet, but like everyone's really eager to like get together and I guess like discuss because we all come like. I mean, I only know Shep. And I know you guys now, but like none of us like know each other essentially. So it's pretty. And we've all come from like we're all doing like things. Yeah, cool things and like. Something really, really good can come of it. So I guess we can't really talk about much now because there's nothing really to talk about. But
Something
We've got a
great.
really
yeah,
cool
something
group
great
chat
is
going on.
building. Yeah, for
We
sure.
have no idea what.
Absolutely. But
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
I was going to
about
say as well before I forget, if you do end up like, if after this you're like, oh, a podcast could actually be cool. Like you've got equipment here you can use. This is all like portable
You're so
stuff. This is all like portable stuff, so you can take it and shit. So
That's so
it. Thank you.
absolutely.
Wow.
I reckon we've covered everything. We've been going for 50 minutes.
Have we? Oh my god, I'm so
I
comfortable.
was
I'm
like,
just
I got to
let's-
check the time.
Let's
It's
keep chatting.
Me thinking,
9:48.
oh yeah, 20 minutes in. What else are we going to chat about?
How good.
Oh, there you go.
Anything else you want to add? 6:30 Wednesday.
Oh yeah, 6:30 Wednesday mornings. Actually, I think we need to push it a little bit later. It was very
Yeah, the
dark
sun-
this week.
Fuck, it would have been cold, eh? I have to come. I have to come. I definitely have to come.
You haven't joined us.
I haven't, no.
How long
and
have
here
you
I
known
am.
about it?
Let's
fucking-
recruit you into the cult.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a cult.
Become a cult. They called it that on Fresh.
Really?
I was
Wow.
like, well, At first I was like, what? And I was like, well,
Kind of
really?
is.
Kind of is. Kind of. Accidentally stumbled
Six.
ourselves into
So it
this
might be
song.
getting pushed by the time this will come out. Not next week, the following.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess at the moment, yeah, it's still 6:30, Henley
6:30.
Square.
Yeah.
There's plenty of exciting new things that you're working on, so everyone can look forward to a lot of different stuff. If you haven't already, go follow them at Salty Sips.
ADL.
ADL.
If you can just put in SAL and it'll come up, guarantee, guarantee,
Well, that kind of
guarantee.
makes me think of the other.
Fuck, that's what I was going to ask you because I saw like you guys are.
Yes.
We've got time. Let's do it. Let's just quickly talk about it. I noticed like you guys are extending already.
Extending.
Yeah.
Give us another brief elevator pitch of like where you plan on extending to and like, yeah, I guess that's about
This is
it.
the funny thing. We've been wanting to release this for a while, and same with the charity because we're doing donations from merch and donations from coffee sales
Yeah.
to this particular charity, which we haven't yet released. But then within this process, we've had lots of people reach out interest to us to say that Salty Sips obviously isn't in their location and they would like it to be because like community is something that's so important and connection and everything. And this is exactly what I did to Cold Nips as well before we started to say, I love what you're doing. It's incredible. Adelaide doesn't have this. Just wondering if we get started, and unfortunately it wasn't something.
Did they respond?
They did. No, they did. And they said, like, love your enthusiasm and everything. But for them, it was more of like a long-term project. And it wasn't really something that was going to pan out until the end of 2021.
Yeah.
And I was just so eager and excited to create some kind of, like, even if it was just our friends, some kind of community where people could come and just meet someone new.
Yeah. So I was going to ask, like, I guess my two sort of questions I was going to ask you were like, obviously you're planning on extending like into different places, but like what, I guess the final question could be as well, like what is like the long-term goal? That's my final question. So explain. Sorry, I've butted in. Like you, so you've already started to extend. You've already started to extend into what cities or places?
So,
are you allowed to say yeah?
You can say. I've spoken.
Sunshine Coast, Gold Coast, Port Lincoln, Darwin. Darwin is cool. Not swimming with the Crocs, but wow, that they had.
Wait, so do you know people in those locations
so
that can
we had
like
a couple of girls that were coming out to the Adelaide one.
Yeah.
Who have now moved to Darwin.
Ah.
And they were like, we would love to do it here. And because they've moved to a new place, they don't know anyone there.
Yeah.
What better way to
So
build these new connections?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so they've started it, and they had over 20 people out.
Wow.
Their first week, which
And
is
they
just
said
amazing.
as well,
Yeah.
a lot of the people who have been going are also new to Darwin, so they're also wanting to meet some new people.
Meet
so
new
it's
people,
so
yeah.
epic.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Literally, gives
And then
me
like
like
a couple
chills.
of locations in South Australia as well,
Yeah.
which is
So at all of those different locations, do you know people there or have you like
No.
reached out?
they've reached out to us.
Oh, right.
And
Wow.
at first it was something where it was like, oh, I mean, epic idea. Yes, it would be cool to be able to extend it, but we didn't really know how to sort of facilitate in that way. So we kind of took a little bit, like a week or so, to actually think about it and say, like, we're working on something, like, bear with us for now.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
And then eventually all these locations like started popping up even more, and we thought this could be something so epic, and like we've got to take this opportunity. And only like last week we created a Zoom call, and we had everyone from all the locations jump on the Zoom call so we could all say hi, meet each other.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
The purpose behind Salty Sips. And
So
then-
I guess, yeah, like obviously you've already started to, you've already started to extend. So like, do you have like, I feel like this, I don't know whether, I feel like I'm going to know the answer to this question. Like, have you even had time to even think about like,
oh my God, that
like,
is such a great
have you even had time to even think about,
Better way to frame it.
have you even had time to even think about like what you want to come from it in the future? Like, I mean, obviously it's still like early days and everything, but like you said, obviously it's taking time. So like if you're able to produce ways to monetize certain things so that, you know, the work your other jobs, because if you're having to cut back on that, you're going to have to like monetize some things to do with Salty Sips. So like, have you thought like somewhat long term? So like say a year, like from 12 months from now, have you thought like maybe like we might want to like do more Salty Sips and less of what your other jobs are, I guess? Have you thought about that?
Personally, not me.
You haven't? Yeah. Okay.
I don't think I've had time. I think in the short term, because I've been feeling a bit stressed, like managing my time with work. And I've tried to like reflect on, how I don't want to frame this in the wrong way. It's not how worth it is it, but like
Yeah.
how much time?
What you're more like because you've got other
you've got
other passions. So like balancing
which this like I am very passionate about it, and I'm very passionate about what we can do with it, and especially once we do get this charity on board, I think that's what I'm like super excited about and really helping out with that.
Yeah.
But I think for short term, it's like I really want to be able to do this and commit more time to it without being so stressed about it.
Yeah, for sure.
So it would be good to have like that little bit of, I guess, stability with some sort of, income
Funding.
coming in.
Yeah.
But in terms of long term, God no.
Yeah.
I've not thought
That's
more than a week ahead.
That's so cool because it's only been like 3 or 4 months since you really started it. So like to think of like the only reason I asked was just purely out of interest, but like to think about where you are now in just this short amount of time, and like you've got all these exciting things coming up, like you don't even like, and if you're already stable when you in terms of like your other jobs and everything like that, like there's no rush at all. But it's just still really cool to be out. It must be still really cool to be able to see like it's still continually growing at a nice rate. And when like if the time ever comes where you're like, okay, this is what we want to put out all our time towards, or a lot more of our time towards, then like the opportunity is going to be there because you've already like the community isn't going anywhere. So I guess like there's no rush.
I was literally on a walk the other day, and usually I would make that time to just clear my head and have time for myself. But I thought, you know what? No, I'm just going to smash out responding to these messages while I'm on the walk so I can multitask, which isn't necessarily the best thing. But like that's
you wanted to do it.
Example that this is like the investment of time that's gone into this is actually so massive.
Yeah.
We often have to remind each other, okay, it's time to switch off the salty sips brain now because like
I know what it's like.
With each other like
all the time
at night time, and it's like, okay, it's been a whole day. It's been like 14 hours of just non-stop salty sips.
Yeah.
We need to force each other to just stop.
And it's funny because it's like we love it so much, but then it's like we need to create the boundaries. So I'm not putting my study to the side, and I'm still being able to show up at work. But
be present in your other
finding that balance is obviously like so important, but like it's not easy at all. And I expect like especially when you're trying to grow something. Like I guess like for what you said, like you guys are obviously like you seem like quite balanced with like obviously your uni and like obviously your work as well. But like, it's definitely a harder task than what you first might think it would be. Because like if you like, I know with like demonstrating, I only started this podcast this year obviously, but we've been doing demonstrate for probably like 2.5 years now.
Wow.
And like I was at uni in that time.
Yeah.
So like, my uni would just fucking go straight to the side and like the only thing I'd be thinking about was demonstrate. And so like it affected me in terms of being at uni a lot because like I just wasn't putting any time towards it. Totally. But like it has helped me in terms of like, okay, now I know fucking what I'm passionate about and what I want to do. So it's like win-win, I guess. I finished uni, so
well done.
Anyway, this is not about me, by the way.
No, but like that is so epic. Literally only the other day we were catching up with someone for a little salty sips meeting.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm so sorry, but my uni has completely been put on the side.
Yeah.
And I have a deadline this week.
Yeah.
I need to start like prioritizing time towards that.
Yeah.
So we ended up having to like postpone it just purely because of that. And
you got to get it done.
Coming down to that whole management thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in terms of like future plans for salty sips, I feel like we're currently living the future plans that were spontaneously made along the way. So it's like getting the charity going and doing the merch, which is so exciting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Can't wait to like officially show everyone.
Yeah.
Sick.
And then I think the main thing for us as well is just making sure that it remains a safe place for people to show up.
Yeah.
And meet someone new and put themselves out of their comfort zone and just connect. And
I get because
keep our core values.
Yeah, exactly. And the more people that come, like it's obviously going to be like a little bit harder to try and like rein everyone in, but like that's obviously the challenge that will come in the future. So
we love it.
I reckon we better finish there because I got to let you guys go. It's been like is it 10 o'clock?
That was so fun.
It's 9:59. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much for coming. It's been so fun. I reckon like my business ideas and stuff, just ideas in general for you guys, probably just keep ticking over today. So I'll probably message you something and be like,
Actually,
what about
we
this?
would love that.
Yeah. Okay, we're signing off.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye.